The King and the Madman, a tale of divine wisdom. Long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a king, a man of great kindness and compassion, but not much wisdom. He ruled with a gentle heart, always wanting the best for his people. Yet deep down, he felt something was missing. His advisors spoke fancy words, gave endless speeches, and collected their salaries, but their advice never changed anything. Their wisdom lacked power. And this troubled the king more than anything else. One morning, hoping to find answers, the king decided to ride out into the forest with his courtiers. He thought perhaps nature might help him think more clearly. They hunted, laughed, and enjoyed themselves beneath the green canopy of trees. But as they rode back toward the palace, the king noticed something unusual. Under the shade of a massive old tree sat a strange man, talking to himself, laughing softly, completely lost in his own world. From a distance, he looked mad. But there was something mysterious about him, something powerful. The king stopped his horse and said to his courtiers, "This man is either insane, or he's someone with wisdom beyond this world." Intrigued, the king approached and said kindly, "Young man, why do you sit here talking to yourself? Are you mad?" The man looked up, smiled faintly, and replied, "No, my king, I am not mad. You are. You, and all your subjects, are mad." The courtiers gasped, but the king raised his hand for silence. The man continued, "I only wish for this forest to be cleared and grand palaces to rise here. And I will be the king of those palaces." His words were bold, almost foolish, yet his eyes burned with a strange confidence. The king was silent for a long while. Behind him, the courtiers began to whisper. "If this man becomes close to the king, we'll lose our power," one said. Another laughed, "He's just a fool. Let the king take him, what harm can he do?" And so they advised the king, "Your Majesty, take him to the palace. If he's wise, he'll be useful. If he's mad, we'll release him later." The king agreed and, saying Bismillah, invited the men to come with him. But halfway back, the man suddenly turned his horse and tried to escape. The king's guards chased after him and caught him. He struggled, shouted, but finally rode silently with the king to the palace. When they arrived, they found a massive crowd waiting. People cheered and threw flowers, shouting, "Long live the king! You are safe. Allah has protected you." The king, confused, asked, "What are you celebrating?" The people said, "Your Majesty, the road you were supposed to take for the hunt, an enemy army was waiting there, armed and ready. We were sure you would never return. But somehow, you changed your path. You saved yourself and your men." The king turned to look at the men who had seemed mad only hours ago. He thought, this was no coincidence. This man is no fool. Then he said to his courtiers, "Prepare a fine chair for him, from now on, he will sit beside me." The courtiers were horrified. "Your Majesty," they cried, "this man is insane. He could harm you. You need wise men, not madmen." But the king replied firmly, "No. This man is wiser than all of you. Without a single word, he saved us from death. That is the mark of true wisdom." And so, the man, once thought mad, sat proudly beside the king. But jealousy grew in the hearts of the courtiers. They could not bear the sight of this stranger sitting in a seat of honor. Their whispers became schemes. Their envy became poison. Yet they forgot one thing, that no power on earth can harm the one whom Allah chooses to honor. The power of honor and disgrace belongs only to Him. Allah can raise a beggar to the throne and bring down a king to dust. And when He decides to elevate someone, no amount of jealousy or plotting can stand in His way.